Luke, commiserations. Wasn't to be in the end. You gave yourself a fighting chance in the end, but couldn't quite get there in the end.
No, I was really lucky to have them 2 darts at the double. I can't lie. I felt incredibly tired throughout the back end of the semi-final. I have got myself into a fit state and stuff, but these long days they are really tough, and it just come down to a bit of who could hold their nerve in the end between me and Dimitri, and he did. I felt really nervous in them darts. I didn't expect the chance, to be honest. So a bit gutted that I didn't take it, but what can I do? I was pretty much second best throughout the whole of the final.
For us watching, it seems as if you struggled with Dimitri's pace a bit there, and that's what it looked. And you were getting angry with yourself and maybe him a little bit for the pace. Did that feel it?
No, I wasn't angry with him, but I'm used to Dimitri being quite a flowy player, and it's quite a good pace to play against. Whereas he's completely different now. He's probably one of the toughest players to play because he's incredibly slow, and it obviously takes a long time to take his darts out, and that's not what I'm used to with him. Obviously this is a new. Not tactic, it's like a new adaptation for his game that he's brought in for himself, and it's going to take a lot of players getting used to it, because when someone changes their whole style, you're used to one game from them, then it's completely different. So it was quite tough to follow the rhythm there, but that wasn't the reason I didn't play so good.
Even though it is a defeat in the final, can you take so much from this weekend going forward? Yeah,
I can, because as much as I shouldn't keep saying it, but I feel like a couple of weeks ago everyone was saying I'm like the worst world champion, I've fallen off, and I'm rubbish and all this, and I always come back out and prove people wrong. I know I didn't win, but I proved again that I might not be the best player in the world. I'm one of the best players. I think me, Michael, lukelittler, Rob Cross, there's Nathan. There's just so many great players that I don't think there's any shining star anymore. I think it's just a shared sport, and I just really proud that I've thrown my name in the mix once again in another major. Gutted I didn't win, but you can't win them all, and it's really pleasing for me to go out and prove everyone wrong a little bit.
Luke, thanks for your time this weekend.
Thank you, Phil.
Luke, when you was clawing it back, did your mind flash back to that game against Michael van Gerwen here only a few months ago?
Honestly, yeah, it did. It really did. When I went into the break 8-7, I know I think I was maybe 9-5 down against Michael, but I had them flashbacks of I seemed to play well in them moments, and then Michael fell off, and I was hoping that Dimitri was going to do the same when he kind of did. But you've got to give him credit. The crowd were on his back. I tried, stopping them from booing and whistling, because obviously, no one likes it. I don't like it against me. So, but the crowd made their mind up, and I thought that when he, slowed everything down to when he was 10-8 up, I thought, it's not a good thing to do that, because the crowd are getting on your back then, and you're thinking about it. So for me, I thought I had him for a moment, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to him, because them last 1.5, two legs, his scoring was fantastic under pressure.
There was a leg where he went 6 perfect into the 9, and he took out a 130. I mean, how much did that hurt, and then how difficult was it to get back on it and then get level with him after that?
Yeah, I mean, if I want to be picky, there was plenty of moments in that game where if I wouldn't have done that, I would have won. I think the start was fantastic for him. It felt like he didn't miss at the start, to be honest. And I felt a little bit, a bit ropey at the start. It wasn't great from me. So the start sort of set the precedent for the whole game. And if you fall 1 down in a final, it's always mentally hard to come back. But I did miss my 2 darts, which I felt quite nervy on, to be honest. I don't usually get that, but I think when you don't feel like you're ever going to get a chance to win the game, and you do, the nerves creep up. So yeah, it is what it is.
Do you have any goals this year? Is it difficult to set goals when you've achieved so much and the bar is so high?
Yeah, honestly, there is no goals anymore, to be honest. The goal for me was every year to win a major, and I did that. And then it would have been to be world champion, because that was the next step, and I did that. So like I said in my interview on the ITV stage there, and I won't messing around. I'm just going to enjoy the sport now, to be honest, because I've achieved everything I've always wanted to achieve, and then you sit back and think, what can drive you, what motivates you, and I think, I think the thing that motivates me now is that I achieve my dreams, and I can go out and finally enjoy everything, and you might see me a bit more having fun up on the stage a little bit, because I feel like a lot of people give me a lot of stick for being boring, all this type of stuff, which I don't agree with, because it only just came about after I won the Grand Prix. So I feel like I might have a bit more fun and enjoy the the scenario of being a professional dart player, because sometimes you've got to sit back and realise that you're very lucky to be where you are. And you know, the goals for me is just to try and win as many majors as possible, and you know, create a legacy in the sport if that's possible.
Cheers, Luke, thank you.
Thank you.
Does it annoy you that you still have to prove yourself to people? People are still doubting you and you know how good you are?
I mean, it's silly from me really, because I'm the one that's allowing it to happen, to be honest. But you know, I think that you'll always have it. If I go 3 months without doing much, then you'll have people on your back again saying this and that. So I think for me, it's all about learning. I'm new to this stardom in life and darts. You know, being the world champion, the world number one. But you know, I did prove everyone wrong again. You know, I had a great tournament, not so great final, but you know, these are really tough weeks, and you know, I get 2 days at home, back at the Premier League on Wednesday. So you know, don't stop. So I'll keep working hard and keep going, and hopefully the results pay off in the future, in this year, or should I say this season. You know, there's plenty more majors to win.
Do you ever feel like, what more can I do though? Because you know, you're winning all these tournaments, but people still question.
Yeah, I gets to the point where I think you just have to accept that not everyone's going to like you, and not everyone's going to believe in you, and that's just the way it is. If you yourself, your family believe in you, and your friends, I don't think anybody else matters, to be honest. So you know, and they all do, and I believe in myself, and I know that I can have a great career. You know, I've worked incredibly hard to put myself in this position which I'm in now. So I don't want to, you know, throw it all away by putting too much pressure on myself, which I won't. You know, I'll carry on working hard. You know, I know there's plenty more titles out there for me this year, that's for sure, and in the future.